about the season opener, but your balance to having the ladies be excited about the game, but be too amped about the season opener.
It's a great balance, actually, and it's something that we have talked about just even in our game planning. We expect to see some pressing tomorrow, and we know some of our players get a little bit more amped up in the beginning of the game, and so positioning them in a place where they can get some time to settle down. But I think our players are really excited to get out there and play against William and Mary and start the season off, and hopefully that they can control those nerves a little bit, so we play a little bit more settled in the first quarter.
Coach, what do you feel that you've learned about your team during the preseason?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think, we talk about our youth from last year, and it's just you can't, buy experience. And I look at the summer that Taya Robinson and Sydney Archie and Tara had, that experience is really coming out now in practices. That even just our tempo in practice, our pace, it's been really good. And there's a difference. There's a big difference from how we practiced last year in the beginning of the year to now.
You mentioned Taya last year as a freshman playing in front of her, her hometown. But she was a scorer in high school. Do you get the sense that now in year two you see some attributes that say, okay, she could be that scorer that she was in high school?
Most definitely. I mean, Taya is that type of player that wants the ball at the end of the game. She wants the ball at the end of the shot clock. She is going to make a play. And really what limited her last year from, I think, scoring in the beginning of the year has just been her injury. And it's really just pulling back her explosiveness. And she really did. She's been working really hard with our athletic training staff and her whole strength program with her knee to get better. And every practice we keep seeing her get stronger and stronger. But she is a player that we expect to have big games for us. She just has the ability to do it a lot of different ways. She can score from the three-point line. She can go, hard to the rim. She's got that pull-up. She's a very versatile player. So, yeah, we hope, knock on wood, she stays healthy and she's getting a lot of buckets in front of those Richmond fans.
Along with the experience that everyone gained last year, what's kind of the biggest difference you've seen from some of these returners this year?
I think it's a mindset. I think obviously we had an extremely difficult year last year. And what did they learn from it? And what's our response, to that? And I think they've come in the summer. They got in much better shape. And they have our competitiveness in practice is probably one of the biggest differences. Now, even with our freshman, Lauren Thompson coming in from Texas, she's a very outgoing, big personality on our team, throwing people all around right from the beginning. Ksenia coming in from her experience with the national team with Belarus, she can shoot threes and very skilled. And all of a sudden, there's a lot of competition. Madison being back from her injury, it just has a different feel in practice because they're really getting after it.
How close are the ladies to where you envision this group to be?
Wow. I still think it's the beginning of the year. I think, our experience has definitely shown from year one to year two for that. But I do think that we will be a different team in January. Just the more that they keep getting to play with each other. It was one of the things we did this summer. The NCAA had changed the rules. We got 4 hours over the summer, and we did all of our skill development. But we brought refs in, and we played once a week. And it was just really to get them on the floor knowing, hey, this is what Tara likes to do. This is what Sophie likes to do. And I still think you're going to see that in game, as we start playing this non-conference, that they're going to keep learning more about each other. And hopefully when we start A-10 in January, it's a different team than you see tomorrow night.
There's still no seniors, but we have a couple more upperclassmen and those freshmen again are now sophomores. So where's your leadership kind of coming from that group? Who's really kind of stepping up and moving to those roles?
Yeah, it's probably the thing that we still probably do, that we're still developing, and that it's a process. Taya Robinson is one that, we look to on and off the court. Naira Williams has had a really great fall as a junior who got a lot of playing time last year. She's very vocal on the court as our point guard and now really understands how to get people there, and I think she's going to do a lot of it for us when we're on the court. But it is a process, that most of the group are sophomores, and they're still learning how to hold each other accountable, and that leadership is still coming out. But we have a few of them that have really stepped up.
You mentioned, it could be a different team by January. If everything kind of goes as planned, where do you think this team could be by March, by the end of the season, heading into the 18th round?
You want the coach answer to that, one game at a time, one practice at a time. Wayne, you read me like right into that. Yeah, obviously, I just think I just look at the progress that they made from the summer. You know, Sophie had we talked a lot about her footwork over the summer and trying to fix that, and she did a great job with Coach Crawford. And then Sydney Archie just worked the summer. She got herself in the best shape that I've seen her, and she's been shooting the ball really well. And I think we'll see a good progression from her. And and that's with everybody. Hopefully that team, as we take some hits and we learn how to handle that and play well, and you're kind of going through that non-conference schedule, that as we open up in January, that we've got a good level of confidence, and that we've been really exposed to things that we need to get better at, but also that we're really playing together.
How would you describe, I guess, our style of play, and what are some fans going to see when they come out to the Siegel Center this year?
Yeah, I think our identity, we're still trying to develop it a little bit, but we are very long. And you're going to see us trying to create some more chaos on the defensive side to help us put, pressure on teams and dictate pace. And then we'll always want to get out and run. It is always has been it. It'll be the balance again, because I do think teams will try to go to zone quite a bit like they have in the past. And hopefully our size with, Danny Hammond, 6'5", Sophia, 6'6". There's just, we have some size here that's a little bit different than we've had in the past.
Outside of the result, what do you hope to see from your team in this non-conference schedule?
I think it's just, that every practice or every game we're learning from it. They're going to get exposed. We even went through it in our scrimmages. Their teams were doing different things for us. And so first scrimmage, we handled, we hadn't worked a lot on our press and some of our turnovers, and we did a good job. And going into our second scrimmage played us a matchup zone. We hadn't seen that yet, and we were still able to create good, shots. And I think for us, it's just that not letting us, get frustrated sometimes if the result isn't there right away, and being, hey, we're in the process. The Sixers are in the process. The Lakers are in the process. So are the Rams, and we're going to keep learning from everything that we're exposed to, and then, like I said, hopefully we're at a really good place in January.
For you as a coach, how are you handling the process? Because this is win now mentality, but for you to kind of go through this process, how are you handling it?
Yeah, it's always challenging. I think every coach, I'm sure Coach Rhodes would talk about it, and Coach Rogers with the volleyball team, we've had conversations about what it's like when you go from a difficult year and then that first year back and you want it right away. And sometimes I think it's just managing expectations and really trying to help your younger players say, okay, we are in this process. We are getting better. Look at where we were, for us, transition defense last week, and look at where you guys are now. And hey, as we keep getting better, you're going to start seeing the results. Let's just not get caught up on it, that it needs to be instant, because it will. It's a long season, and we're just in the beginning of this journey together.
So you see women are like the Lakers.
Well, I'm a Celtics fan, so although Kyrie missing that layup, but I do. It's a process. You look at it. We just have so many kids that are in that sophomore class that did get a lot of playing time last year, and you want them to learn from that. But gosh, every coach would love the sophomores to be seniors, and you want to speed it up. But they're a good group, and they really are working to get better every day, and that's really all our coaching staff can ask for them.